Have you ever thought about why some people can't stop putting others down, even if they aren't really a threat? People who are narcissists often fit into this strange group. They are driven by strong psychological forces that make them want to destroy anyone who threatens their weak sense of self. It's not just that they want to be mean. Their destructive behavior is caused by a complex web of feelings, insecurities, and unspoken fears. Today, we'll talk about the psychology behind why narcissists often feel the need to put down other people, especially those they said they loved or admired. Before we start, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this movie with people who might find these tips very helpful. With your help, we can build a group where we can talk about these dark issues and get better by learning more about them. Why narcissists think they are in danger. Narcissists act in a way that hides their very fragile ego behind a carefully built front of confidence and self-assuredness. They may seem unbeatable at first glance, giving off an air of superiority that makes you want to admire and respect them. On the inside, though, they are full of doubts, self-doubt, and a constant fear of not being good enough. Their sense of self-worth comes from a desperate need for approval from others to keep up the illusion of greatness they have about themselves. When someone challenges this carefully kept picture, whether on purpose or by accident, it can feel like an attack on their very identity. When their weaknesses are shown to others, it cuts through their barriers and makes them feel threatened and unstable. They think that being vulnerable means being weak, and they don't want to face this truth. They have deeply ingrained defenses that go off when they feel threatened. These defenses are meant to protect their ego at all costs. When someone challenges their sense of control or power, they act in ways that make the person they think is attacking them less valuable. When they strike out, they often do things like criticize, gaslight, or hurt the other person's confidence, which can be overt or covert. These activities are not happening by accident. They are planned attempts to draw attention away from the trouble they are having inside and restore their power. You may notice that this behavior gets worse when you are successful or when you are on your own. For instance, if you do well in an area where they have failed, it makes them feel insecure and forces them to face their own perceived flaws. In the same way, they see it as a loss of power when you start to find validation in yourself instead of looking for it from them. To stay in charge, they might do things that hurt your self-esteem, hurt your relationships, or change the way you see the world. Their main goal is to get back in charge by making you feel like you can't do well without them. What projection does. One annoying and harmful thing about narcissists is that they tend to project their own fears onto other people. People use projection to escape facing their flaws by putting those flaws on someone else. For example, if a narcissist doesn't feel good about their job or relationships, they might say that you're not good enough or skilled, even if your accomplishments show that you are. This projecting isn't just a way for them to avoid responsibility. It's also a way for them to keep up the carefully built illusion of being better. Projection is mostly used for two things. First, it takes the focus off of their own flaws. By focusing on your flaws, they can escape looking at themselves and facing the uncomfortable truth that they are not good enough. Second, it helps them keep the idea that they are the most important and reliable person in the relationship. They make a story that keeps their ego from feeling the pain of self-awareness by telling themselves and others that you are the problem. This method works especially well because it changes both how you see reality and how you feel about your own self-worth. Over time, you might begin to doubt yourself and wonder if their complaints are really true. What the narcissist really wants is for their reality to become your reality, so that they can stay in power without being challenged. Why narcissists go after people who are compassionate. Narcissists often go after people who are highly empathetic because they naturally see the good in others and are very forgiving. People who are empaths tend to believe the best in others, which makes them more likely to forget or excuse bad behavior. Narcissists take advantage of this kindness and use it to get the attention and praise they want. Empaths are also very sensitive to other people's feelings, which makes them perfect for giving narcissists the constant approval they need to keep their weak egos up. At first, the relationship might seem good, because the empath's caring nature fits well with the narcissist's need for attention. But this relationship is naturally out of balance. The empath puts a lot of mental energy into helping and understanding the narcissist, even if it means putting their own health at risk. The narcissist, on the other hand, takes without giving back and uses the empath's kindness to boost their own self-worth. Over time, the empath may start to see how the relationship is toxic and full of trickery. This understanding is often the start of a new phase. The narcissist sees it as a threat when an empath starts to set limits and put their own mental health first. The empath's newfound strength and freedom make the narcissist feel less in control, which upsets the balance of power they've worked so hard to keep. As a result, the ego may act very differently. They might try to discredit the empath by spreading lies or changing the story to make themselves look like the victim. On the other hand, they might get more sneaky by using guilt, fear, or mental blackmail to get back in charge. They aren't acting this way because they care about the relationship, but because they need to feel powerful and in control again so badly. In the end, the empath's decision not to keep helping the narcissist becomes a turning point in her growth and strength. If the empath decides to put their own health first, the toxic loop will end, even if the narcissist continues to lash out or try to regain power. The ego, on the other hand, takes this loss very badly. They were able to get approval and support from the empath in a way that they probably won't find anywhere else. This realization, which they don't often talk about, has a lasting effect because it reminds them of how empty and disconnected their interactions are. Ways that narcissists hurt other people. 1. Gaslighting. Narcissists are experts at gaslighting, a psychological trick meant to make you doubt your own reality. To do this, they either change the facts, reject that certain things happened, or put the blame on you for things that they intentionally did. This strategy slowly lowers your trust in yourself, making you doubt your memories, thoughts, and decisions. It's easier for them to keep control of your thoughts and actions the more they are able to make you question yourself. Gaslighting isn't just a way to trick you. It's an intentional way to make you feel and think badly. They make you more dependent on their account of reality by making you doubtful and uncertain. This keeps them in charge of the relationship. That's exactly what they want, for you to feel lost, helpless, and unable to trust your own instincts, because they are always manipulating you. Their main goal is to destroy your sense of self, so much that you depend on them for support and understanding, even though you know something is wrong. 2. Smear campaigns. A smear campaign is one of the sneakiest things a narcissist can do. This means telling others, especially people in your social group, false, misleading, or exaggerated stories about you on a regular basis. Their goal is to hurt your image while making themselves look like the victims. They want to keep you away from friends, family, and coworkers who might help you by putting you in a bad light. They have more power over how the story goes the more they can get other people to question your character. Smear campaigns are especially bad because they change how people you care about see you, making you feel alone and disconnected. When people try to hurt your image, it can be very upsetting because you may have to defend your honesty against lies and half-truths. The narcissist loves this chaos because it makes them feel powerful and makes sure that other people see them as the fair or even sympathetic one. By hurting your reputation, they make sure that anyone who tries to find out about their behavior will be skeptical, which gives them even more power over the situation. 3. Sabotage. Narcissists also use sabotage to stay in charge and make you dependent on them. They have an amazing knack for figuring out what's most important to you, be it your job, your relationships, or your big moments of success, and working hard to ruin it. If you're doing a great job, they might try to keep you down, give you something else to do, or even spread rumors about you to hurt your image at work. In relationships, they can sow doubt or cause arguments that make it hard to connect with other people. When it comes to personal milestones like a wedding, graduation, or promotion, they might make your successes seem less important or overshadow them with their own drama. This kind of sabotage is very bad because it hurts your self-esteem and makes you feel stressed and unsure all the time. The narcissist wants you to feel small and unimportant and never let your successes shine brighter than theirs. By getting in the way of your progress, they feel better about themselves and keep you from having the confidence or independence to leave their control. 4. The silent treatment. One of the most powerful tools narcissists use to punish, control, and influence is the silent treatment. When they stop talking to each other on purpose, it can be very upsetting because it makes you feel abandoned and unsure. This strategy is meant to make you feel like you did something wrong, even if you can't say for sure what it is. Because of the silence, you have to try to make things right with them, which gives them the upper hand in the relationship. If someone gives you the quiet treatment for a long time, you may become more desperate to get things fixed, which can make you say sorry or give in, even if you haven't done anything wrong. This is a way for the narcissist to show that they are in charge and tell you that you need them for emotional connection. Over time, the silent treatment can make you feel less safe and lower your self-esteem, making you walk on eggshells to keep them from pulling away again. It's a cruel and well-thought-out plan to keep you in emotional limbo, always wanting their praise and afraid of being turned down. To deal with a narcissist, you need to be able to handle your feelings, think strategically, and get help. To protect your health, take these important steps. Look for patterns. Knowing how narcissists work helps you spot when they're trying to trick you. The best tool you have is knowledge. Set limits. You need to set firm limits to protect your time, energy, and mental health. Make sure they understand these and stick to them, even if they disagree. Stay out of their drama. Narcissists love arguments. If you don't give in to their threats, they will finally lose the will to target you. Get help. Having a strong support system, like friends, family, or a doctor, can help you see things in a new light and keep your feet on the ground. Take care of yourself. Do things that make you happy and satisfied to put your mental and physical health first. If you have a strong sense of who you are, a narcissist will find it harder to make you doubt yourself. Thanks for going with me on this deep look into the mind of a narcissist and why they do bad things. Understanding why they do what they do and having the right tools will help you stay safe and do well even when they try to trick you. If you thought this discussion was interesting, please like, follow, and share this video to help other people understand these tough situations. Let us know what you think and what you've been through in the comments below. Take care and stay strong until next time.